Yo, Flows, what's up? It's good to see you all here. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it on this fine evening. We do have Ryan S., Peter Cruikshank, and William. How you guys doing?
Oh,
Good.
hey. How you doing? Oh, good. I just when you said William, I was like, oh, Matthew slipped in there. I didn't even know it. How you doing, dude?
Oh, all good, man. Good to see you guys. We're gonna have some fun today.
Oh, yeah.
Always in the random space shit.
Random spaceship's gonna be fun. But we're gonna start with a bit more serious stuff. Is Putin told moon landing photos are fake? Ooh. So it's gonna be fun. But it's good
You
to
mean
see you
Putin
guys.
agrees with us? No way.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But anyway, I'm just gonna say hi to everybody in the chat quickly. Good to see you guys. Peter Cruikshank, what's up? Ryan S., obviously, hello. Friday, hello. Good to see you. Alan Norstrand, thank you for coming. Anson Howard, glad to have you in. Triple X, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Professor Harvester, glad to have you in. And Keith Fern, hello, good to have you in. Gio, what's up, man? Thank you for coming. Anyway, please hit the like, share the show. It's always glad to have you guys in. And 13 votes. What do you guys vote for? Fakey, spacey is funny.
Yeah, I was an affirmative on that one.
Definitely yes.
I don't know. It's weird. You can take this question as two ways. As like, yes, it's funny. You can laugh at it, but also it's not really funny as it's indoctrination.
Oh, it's not funny.
So you can take it in two ways, which is really odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
what they're like. Yeah. What it could do to people, I suppose, is not funny. But the crap that they put out.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yesterday I started watching 2001: A Space Odyssey again, just for the fun of it, and I've been noticing a few things of the tricks. I want to maybe do a video showing Kubrick's video effects and compare it to the Apollo moon landing effects and show how similar they are.
That'd be interesting, definitely. I'll be up for that.
It's really weird.
I'm down. I'll definitely get involved in that one.
Yeah, sounds good.
There's no way you can watch that movie for fun.
It's quite educational. And you know what it reminds me of? You know when you were in school and they forced you to watch Macbeth?
Yeah.
And they had those naked old ladies as the witches walking on the screen all over. That's what it reminded me of. It's cringe, but you have to watch it because you need points. You need to write a paper on it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I was told I have the ending of the movie. I've never made it past like the middle of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh,
it's too long. It's just so long.
I watched 2010 as well, but obviously 2010 is not Kubrick. But
it's just so long, though.
It is long.
But the only reason I'm watching it again is for all the video effects. That's about.
There's a lot of metaphors in it and symbology in that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the monolith, that big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the apes see like the big monolith, but it's just meant to represent a cinema screen, but it's on its side.
Yeah, it's a Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I think that's
it. Yeah.
I think that's where Sean Hawkins is still stuck. He's that ape that was touching the monolith.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think that's Sean Hawkins, and he's still stuck to it.
I do like that transition though, when the ape throws up the bone, and it transitions into the
spaceship. Yeah,
it's a good transition.
Straight into a nature violating space vacuum.
Absolutely. What it's all about, isn't it? Heliocentrism. Hey. Laughing at it.
You see, Keith, they're going to push Putin for fake stuff and stuff because they're trying to give him bad names now with everything.
Of course.
Okay. Are you guys ready? And by the way, guys, everybody in the chat, if you have anything you want us to watch tonight, based space review, just to laugh or something, hit us the link and we can check what we can do. But I'm going to start on this so long. And we go on. Hey, Jeff Gassett, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Are you guys ready to start?
Yeah, man.
I'm going to put this link in because it's actually very awesome, this. I haven't watched fully. I watched like the first 5 minutes, or 3 minutes or something. I'm gonna have to stop a bit again because of copyright stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's really well done.
Cool.
And I mean, this is Flat Earth, Sun and Moon, so it's probably Dave Weiss stuff. But I mean, the arguments they give that I've been hearing is arguments for contention and quite interesting.
Right.
Yeah. I'll just get out that music quickly. I'm just going to mute it for that.
That's his nemesis.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody loves music, but it's his nemesis at the same time.
So ex-Russian space chief claims NASA's moon landings were fake. Dmitry Rogozin, former head of Roscosmos and master troll, is up to his usual tricks. The former head of Russia's space corporation, Roscosmos, has renewed rant, has taken time out of his invasion of Ukraine to share some conspiracy theories about the US moon landings.
Former head of Russia's space agency says that the Apollo moon landings were fake. And in a recent video going around, Vladimir Putin
Yeah, he's going to play it now for you guys to listen.
are considered to be fake by artificial intelligence.
Okay, so listen to what it says. It is the neutral network thinks almost everything in this photo is fake.
Все объекты на этом фото ей кажутся ненастоящими. В то же время вот фотография китайского лунохода у нее особенных вопросов не вызывает.
Look what it says.
А это то, что кажется не...
I believe this one is fake. It believes this one is fake. You see, they used AI to look through the photos, and the AI believes it's fake. This is actually news I've been seeing lately. I don't know if you guys seen that, where they using AI algorithms to look at different photos, and it's coming up more and more that it's showing it to be fake, but the AI believes it to be fake.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Не настоящим? Да.
There's a great deal of human intelligence who do not believe that the Apollo moon missions were authentic. And here are some of the reasons why.
Why? Okay, Warner from Braun, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna just change the speed, maybe. Maybe that will help a bit for the.
Yeah.
NASA was run
And NASA was around. Maybe like this.
by former Nazi.
Okay, a bit faster, maybe.
Yeah.
But you guys can stop me anytime you want to say something. Eh?
Werner von Braun, who was beholden to the US government for secretly importing him into the country via Project Paperclip, as were the dozens of other Nazis who joined.
Yeah, Operation Paperclip, guys. Who remembers Paperclip?
Yep.
I mean, think about it. The whole NASA deal spiel was all based on having war criminals, Nazis,
Yeah.
to do everything. Why? Really weird.
It is. It is. I deal with the devil. Yep, that's about right.
Super weird.
I mean, I find it really peculiar that the same country that was fighting these guys, that was
Yeah.
taking it personal that they were killing their own people, gave them jobs and immunity. How's that
know.
work?
I know. It is crazy. Not so long after the war as well. Do you know what I mean? It was straight after, wasn't it?
It was literally after the war. It was,
Craziness.
I mean, that's kind of a huge red flag. Hey,
Yeah,
Fibo, it's Gay Belly Believable. Good to see you. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. If someone is a war criminal, you're not gonna say, "Hey, I got a job for you. Come help me build rockets to send people to moon."
Joined him to work as rocket scientists, all of them with a good reason to keep a secret. And the overwhelming majority of astronauts were Freemasons and the sons of Freemasons. Freemasons swear on their lives to keep the secrets they are entrusted with.
Yeah, and we've said this how many times?
Yeah.
It's odd how many astronauts are Freemasons. Don't you think that's a coincidence, though?
Nah. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
No coincidences.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why on earth would anyone trust NASA? If the moon landing was real, it would have been a miraculous achievement because NASA was failing at every level of the mission and did not believe they would be able to achieve their goal. In 1967,
Yeah, that was really funny though. If you guys look at all the old video footage from NASA when they try and test the stuff, they couldn't get rockets to work, they couldn't get the LMs to work, they couldn't get anything. Nothing wanted to work like it's supposed to be. So it's really, really crazy.
So not all Freemasons then.
Hi Rachel, thank you for coming. No, not everybody's Freemasons, but they usually have ties with Freemasons. So yeah, that's weird.
Government Inspector Thomas Barron testified.
Sorry?
I'm just saying the majority of them are probably Freemasons, you know? Absolutely.
But they usually have ties with Freemasons as well.
Yeah.
Testified before congressional investigators that the Apollo program was failing. 6 days after his testimony, he was killed with his wife and child when a train crashed into his car.
That's really weird. Hey, Dustin Bones, good to see you. This is also one thing that's been happening all the time. When someone starts talking out, they just mysteriously die by accidents. Why is that?
It's madness, isn't it? If they're talking about coincidences, you know?
I actually want to slow this next part down because I want people to hear this.
Astronaut Gus Grissom.
Who remembers Gus Grissom?
Rest in peace.
One of the true astronauts that were actually honest. Listen to this, guys.
Held an unauthorized press conference where he criticized the program and said it would take another 10 years to fly to the moon.
Wow.
So he said it would take another 10 years if they wanted to fly to the moon. But look what happened 5 days later.
Days later, he was killed on the job. Gus Grissom's last words were, "How are we going to get to the moon if we can't talk between 2 or 3 buildings?"
Exactly.
And then they had to make us believe that Reagan was able to talk to them on a landline while they're on the moon.
Yeah, not Reagan.
Hundreds of
Nixon.
thousands of miles away.
It wasn't Reagan, it was Nixon.
Nixon, sorry. But able to talk between
Tricky
2 or
Dick.
3 buildings. Sorry, go ahead.
It was Tricky Dick.
Yeah, Tricky Dick, sorry, not Nixon. It was. Why did I say Nixon?
No, Nixon is Tricky Dick. Tricky Dick
Sorry. I'm getting so confused now. I'm thinking, why does that sound wrong? And then you say it was Tricky Dick, and then I'm thinking, oh, I was wrong, and then I was right. I was confused.
Everybody says Nixon, yeah. Dustin Bones, thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
I forgot his name was Richard because I just said Nixon and you said Tricky Dick.
Yeah.
I just got numpty. I was right in the first place.
Sovereign Soul, good to see you. Charlie Wells, thank you for coming as well. Yeah, guys, it's Nixon.
PJ, you're just gonna have to stop ruining my good jokes, okay, bro?
Okay, let's carry on.
Hey, how we gotta get the moon? We can't talk between 3 buildings.
Oh, it's gotta play normal because you can actually hear him say this. Listen to him saying.
I can't hear that thing you're saying. Jesus Christ. But how we gonna get the moon? We can't talk between 2 or 3 buildings.
How are we gonna get to the moon if we can't talk between 2 or 3 buildings?
Wow.
Yeah, Keith, they try and keep Gus Grissom as quiet as possible as well. That's why they make people rather concentrate on the normal 3, like Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong and so forth, because they don't really want people to think about Gus Grissom, because if they do, they're going to think it's very suspicious.
Yeah.
Moments later, the Apollo 1 command module caught fire, killing astronauts Grissom, White, and Chaffee. Several key members of the Apollo mission resigned just months before the mission.
And why is that?
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing all these coincidences, and then people just say, you're just conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing behind it at all, is there?
Nope. Boom.
What NASA had been successful at was a massive marketing operation that put space travel into the zeitgeist of American pop culture.
Yep. That's why when we say they had the help of Kubrick and Walt Disney and everything. Why? Because they had to fake it. There was no real moon landing. It's been faked. It's as simple as that, right? We don't know, we can't help it that people don't understand this.
And isn't it funny, like the equipment they allegedly used to go to the moon and stuff like that was stuff described in science fiction books before the moon landings, and anybody had to have been moonwalked, not moonwalked, spacewalked or anything like that. You know?
I mean, it's so ridiculous that, I mean, with just the way they had their technology, you could swear, I mean, our phones have more technology that they had. We can then take our phone and we can build a rocket out of our phone then and send us to the moon because it'll be more plausible.
Yeah.
Because it has better technology. It's really idiotic.
What was it? It's like an 8-bit calculator type technology.
Yeah. I think a Nintendo had more processing power.
Yeah.
And they had spent billions creating.
Yeah, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen all these. I've actually been looking for this. I just can't find it. Where they show them with all these models of Jupiter and the moon and all that. Yeah, it's for the Hollywood effects, guys. Really.
Richie's like woke again, like defo conspiracy theories. I was too. Maybe one day you'll snap out of it like I did. Yeah, you snapped right back into it.
Richie.
into deceit, I mean.
There's no such thing as woke. Just awake.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Global Mom. Thank you for coming.
Creating multiple sound stages with.
You see, why are they standing at a replica model of the moon? Oh, I don't know. Because it's the same one they used for the effects. They actually have video footage where they show the artist creating these models.
And it's Global Mama says she's saying not a valid argument. We're not trying to argue anything. It's just take the mick out of space now.
Yeah, today it's just random space shit. So we're just having some fun. If you have anything to
No, it was me that said woke, Richie.
Yeah.
It was me who messed about because I said woke.
yeah. If you guys have anything you want to let us watch and laugh, you know who you can just let us know. Hey, Glenn Salz, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming.
Realistic models of the moon to begin producing simulations of the moon landing. NASA had several problems to solve. Problems with communications, the rockets, and the lunar module.
Ooh,
but one of their biggest
There's it crashing
obstacles.
again. See, the LM, this is the same thing I had with my debate. Was trying to say they couldn't get it once to work on Earth. How did they all of a sudden, by fluke, just get it perfectly to work on the so-called moon?
Yeah.
I mean, do you really think they're going to take a chance after failing so many consecutive times on Earth to say, okay, guys, let's send you to the moon, which you can't really go to, and I know you failed like 7 or 8 times, or was 11, I can't remember, but you're going to get it right first time now.
Yeah. On the day you'll get it right first time because just determination, you know. True grit, boys. Get in there. You can do it.
It's crazy.
Was deadly radiation. In order to reach the moon, one has to pass through what is known as the Van Allen radiation belt. And NASA announced.
I don't really care about the Van Allen radiation belts because that's all just still fantasy. Obviously, we bring it up in arguments for moon landing because for debate's sake, but there's no proof it even exists. Hey Nathan Wright, good to see you. And Don Logan, what's up? Johnny Man as well. Hello. So yeah, it's I got a question for you guys. How long does a oxygen tank on a scuba diver last?
Oh,
Maybe 45 minutes if you got a big one.
I'd say about an hour, something like that.
How long do these astronauts how long did they spend on the moon in their spacesuits?
Well, yeah, they weren't necessarily 45 minutes, were they?
Was it a day?
A few hours? Yeah, like a day about.
Mm-hmm.
How did they still have oxygen?
Yeah.
Science.
Oh, science.
Nice job, yeah.
That's really crazy. It just doesn't make sense.
That's the answer. It's science.
Mm-hmm.
In 2014, that this was still a problem when they launched an unmanned spacecraft to try to solve it.
Radiation like this could harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other...
Hey, Space Miner, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Guys, please share the show. Hit the likes. It really, really does help to get it out to a wide audience. 24 votes. Fakey Spacey is funny. 71% yes. NASA spacesuit made oxygen from gravity.
Yeah. No, they just had long snorkels. They just go straight back into the Earth's atmosphere. Big old masking snorkel.
electronics on Orion. Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice. Once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the...
Shielding would be put into the test. Hey, Truth Over Comfort, good to see you. Yeah, what shielding did they use for the Apollo missions?
Aluminum.
Aluminum, plastic,
yeah,
tinfoil. It's weird. So plastic and aluminum, apparently, guys.
We don't know. Next question.
That's a good one.
They destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Yeah. You see, they wanted to go get some Reynolds wrap again, but the Target took away their contract, so they couldn't.
The truth.
We'll show you. You don't want us to use your Reynolds wrap? We'll show you.
The metallurgy is a trade secret, and that's proprietary information that we don't need to know.
Yeah. Oh, it's so idiotic.
The vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation.
Cuts through the waves.
Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Aside from the Apollo moon missions, no one has ever gone past the Van Allen radiation belt.
No one's been to space, full stop.
Yeah.
No one's ever proven that this Van Allen radiation belt exists, because you first have to prove space exists. This is the only thing I do have against some of these flat earthers. They don't get the argument. Like when I actually watched that debate with between Mark Reed, Leo against Mercedes and Kyle. And space is fake was brought up, but Kyle didn't understand the argument about the second law of thermodynamics. All he tried to explain was, oh, it would be like a vacuum, it would just suck it up. I was like, what the hell? Why you even bring it up if you don't understand the argument? You would think you would understand the argument by now.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Hey David Bodies, good to see you too. Thank you for coming.
The Apollo moon mission had no protection against the radiation, and astronauts...
False, man. They had Reynolds wrap. Didn't you hear? Aluminium foil really helps.
Yeah. You just sprayed it gold.
You just have to tell the people of the Orion mission, just stick aluminium foil on the outside. It'll be fine.
As long as you spray it gold, it'll be strengthened. Fortifies it.
It's crazy.
don't even seem to know about it.
Any ill effects from the Van Allen
He didn't even know about it, guys, by the way. Alan Bean.
Yeah. Probably I'd never
Radiation.
heard of
You would think that would be in his briefing before he goes through it.
Yeah,
You
watch
s-
out for the little itty bit of belt. It's like really, really high radiation. Just you know what I mean. Just that.
Yeah, usually
Yeah, what-
usually they brief person on something, on dangers and everything.
Exactly.
I mean, even if, let's say, you do a track day here on Earth, they give you a briefing before you do your track day. For
Especially
safety.
something impossible, you have to go through it. If the heliocentric model was real, you'd have to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you'd think you'd be briefed on it.
Exactly.
belts?
No, now I'm not sure we went far enough out to encounter the Van Allen radiation belt. Maybe we did.
The belts are 1,000 miles to 25,000 miles above the Earth.
We went right out through them.
According to NASA,
Oh man, it's hard to keep up with a lie, though. You know.
Yeah, but don't you find it ironic? I don't think we ever went to it's too far out. No, it is far. Okay, then we went through it. You just said it wasn't far out, so you weren't even briefed about it.
7 millimeters.
Yeah, this you know when you see weeds in the, you know when you see a snake in the grass, you know there's something up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we can go no higher than low Earth orbit.
Plan that NASA
Hey, JK.
has is to build.
Hey JK, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. 5 Oats, thank you for your $5 with chat. Really appreciate it, man. He says, if you can cook a potato in it, it's good enough to build a spaceship with.
No. Yeah. True.
Yeah, potatoes. Potatoes on the fire, it does work. Yeah, if you have Reynolds wrap around it, it really does work. The tinfoil does work. I mean, usually when I make fish, when I like doing snook, I usually wrap it in some tinfoil. Really keeps it from burning to a crisp.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what helped them, guys. So yeah. They just had to get sponsored by Target or by what's the big shops there by you, William?
Oh, Walmart.
Walmart.
Target,
There we go. Yeah.
Sam's Club.
They just have to get
Right.
sponsored by them to get some aluminium foil rolls, and they can just wrap it with that. Then they sorted. So that's probably the technology they've lost. Hey, Science it out. Good to see you, Alaric. Good to see you too. It's crazy. I don't understand how people can defend this nonsense. To be honest,
It's lunacy.
but thanks.
Why weren't they when
Yeah.
they came back? Why weren't they as cooked as a potato?
Isn't it? Crispy on the outside. Crispy jacket.
Yeah, because they left most of that tinfoil behind as well. Hey, Fabo, thank you. Yeah, thanks again for the super chat, man. Also, one thing we've asked now about how do they actually keep them breathing. What about the buggy? How did that buggy fit inside that lunar module?
I know, it's just ridiculous. Even
The spacing is insane.
A spacelift, even if they did assemble it up there, I mean, look at the size of them tires and stuff like that. It's not going to easily be stored, that, you know. Yeah,
But I mean,
shoot,
that's.
really, did they have the time to assemble that when they were up there?
But I mean, look how long these so-called astronauts take to just tie a bolt
Yeah.
on the ISS.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes like them 4 hours to loosen 2 bolts. How the hell do you think they're gonna build a buggy on the moon?
Oh yeah, it was actually a good joke, barely believable. It's lunacy. I never even thought about it till then.
Lunacy, that's a good one.
Yeah.
FE Nation, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. He says, what's the question? The question is, Fakey Spacey is funny. 25 votes say 65% say yes and 35% say no.
a rocket called SLS, which is a heavy lift rocket. It's something that is much bigger than what we have today, and it will be able to launch the Orion capsule with humans on board.
Global. They went through the thinnest part of the belt.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that makes a difference. With a few hours, the buggy was foldable and attached to the outside of the module.
Oh,
And then we
right.
see the video footage as they open the module to let it out. Wow. Hey, Jamacha, good to see you. Yes, JK.
Right.
I want to do a video on that. JK sent me an awesome thing, guys. The Mediterranean Sea, it's 28,000 miles in perimeter and only takes up 0.7% of the globe. But the globe Earth is apparently 24,000 miles in circumference. Can anybody tell me what's wrong there? How can the Mediterranean Sea be 28,000 miles, but the globe is only 24,000 miles?
What on earth? Yeah, of course. I never looked at the top number. What on earth? Wow.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
wow.
That's not a problem.
I work out the 0.7%, thinking that I was looking along that line. Then I didn't even look at it. Wow, that's just crazy.
That's one thing. The Mediterranean Sea only takes up 0.7% on the globe, but it is in circumference larger than the circumference of the Earth. It's insane. But no, the globe has no contradictions, guys, at all. No.
Board, as well as landers or other
Hey, Emerald Ball, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
components to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to.
Ooh.
It is a description of imaginary place.
Exactly.
He's like, that's a tacit confession.
Mm-hmm,
You just substitute, what did he say? Allow us to explore the solar system, right? The solar system.
Yeah.
And we can go to these places. I mean, you just substitute that word solar system for imaginary place.
Yeah.
Or
Incredible.
Alice's rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, hey, David Banner's in the house. Good to see you, man. And Jeff Comcal. What's up, man?
I was just about to say Incredible Hulk's in the house.
But yeah, it's exactly that. If they also been able to send people, then he wouldn't be saying, "Oh, hopefully we can send people past low Earth orbit." He would be saying, "Yeah, we'll be going to the moon again."
Mm-hmm.
But it's very clear that nobody goes past low Earth orbit because you can't.
How do you get into the container of the vacuum?
Yeah, how do you go through the container? That's true. It's really bad.
In the documentary film, a funny thing happened on the way to the moon. The 3 astronauts of Apollo 11 are seen in low Earth orbit, figuring out how to stage a fake image for the camera. This film was recorded when the Apollo...
I find this very funny that Ozian and Grayson didn't even know this footage existed.
Barely Believable said, I was going to say, Barely Believable said, the more wiggly the perimeter of the med, the finer of the resolution of your measurements, the longer you'll measure it to be. Yeah, true, but it's not going to be that to that. There's not going to be that much. That's just crazy amount to say that the more refined it would be, the more outskirts area there would be. It's crazy. Oh, here we are. That's just not to that degree. I understand where you're coming from, but not that. 28, nah. Nah. Especially when the Earth's only meant to be 24,000.
11 was said to be nearing lunar orbit, and we can see and hear them manipulating the shot to make the Earth appear to be thousands of miles away, when in fact they have blacked out the inside of the craft and are blocking off the window facing the surface to make it look like the Earth at a distance.
It's amazing how
When
they
we
fake
hear
it.
Houston radio approval for the shot,
Yeah, that's one thing. Why do they need to fake it if it's real, guys? That's the whole argument. Why do you need to fake something if it's real?
Exactly. You wouldn't. They were going there. They were going there anyway. Why would you need to do a fake shot if you're on your way there? You know. Wait till you get there, then take the picture if it's real.
JK, I think what you're talking about now is just a bit too much for them to comprehend what the argument's about, JK. They don't understand that you can't fit a bowling ball inside a ping pong ball.
the astronaut.
Yeah, guys, again, I'm going to send this link again because it's actually very good. Then you go watch it on your cell in real time. It's really actually very good, this video.
Definitely.
Do not respond until an unknown third party can be heard whispering talk.
Hello, Apollo 11. Houston, Goldstone says that the TV looks great. Over.
Okay,
Sean. The astronaut.
There you go. He's starting to go in front of it. I love how they everything on here shows it. Nope. Really, really weird. I mean, this is something that they didn't really need to know anyway. If they're so-called astronauts, why do they need to know how to fake it? You would think that's not something that an astronaut needs to learn, how to fake fake far distances on how the Earth would have to look.
I think they're just a ritual, right? We're still talking about the same Masons, right? This is
yeah, same Masons. Exactly, this is a ritual. I mean, for all you know, this was their part of their initiation ritual. Because a lot of time the initiation rituals are for Masons is having to lie to people. So really interesting.
They are being
Think about it. Maybe the last three people, Mark Grissom and them, they didn't want to get inaugurated into the Masons, so they just killed them off and got 3 people that want to. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep our lie, we'll just get someone else that wants to do it for us.
That's it, and they're I think they've all felt the brunt of it, haven't they? You see it in their lives, and you've seen it in their interviews how it's coming out now. How we can't keep lying. What's his name? Aldrin.
But now you're apparently senile.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey Tim James, good to see you, man.
Recorded and edited for a subsequent live broadcast. Buzz Aldrin explains how they shut out the sun to achieve the illusion of the one window being the Earth in the black of space. And with direction from Houston, they get it to look right for the camera. We then hear the portion meant for the public, with Neil Armstrong claiming to be 130,000 miles from Earth and describing
lying to the people.
Yep.
A single camera pressed up against the window to achieve the shot. But in the unedited footage, we see objects passing between the camera and the window. we see a work light in the dark. And finally,
Yeah, they work light.
when they are done with their hoax, the final few frames reveal the truth. Protecting
Oopsie.
humans in this radiation wasn't the only problem.
Oopsie.
The high-end
Yep. Ooh, they bring out the Hasselblad cameras. I'm so happy. I love the Hasselblad argument.
Hasselblad camera had no protection against radiation.
Not just that. What about the dust? I mean, if you look at what they even say, the lunar dust, if now you're going to Narnia, look at how fine it is, that their spacesuits are even aren't immune to the dust. It gets in everywhere. How do you think this camera is going to operate in that dust environment? I mean, they have to literally clip this off at the back to put a new plate in. How do you put film in a dust environment?
With your
And in a
gloves or-
vacuum. Yeah, and in a vacuum.
Yeah.
And this was strapped to them. Really weird. And their gloves were so bulky and stuff they could hardly do anything. And they even had a a viewfinder on the top, which would be impossible to use because of the spacesuit can't turn the heads. Yeah.
I think you could do false knowledge, right? But it's a powerful spell.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems to me the more ridiculous it is, the more believable it is to people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
It's really weird. It's so ridiculous it has to be real.
And and Jeff says, and at temperatures of 250 degrees
Temperatures
Celsius.
as well, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd say you'd be one cooked egg.
And there is no explanation as to how it was able to take photographs in negative 200-degree weather with a constant bombardment of cosmic radiation. And the pictures themselves are full of anomalies. According to the official story, the only external light source was the sun. But in all these photographs, there appears to be only artificial light.
Yep, like studio light. Exactly. Look at the hotspot fall-offs, and they show lights coming in from different angles. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna just...
Barely Believable said to you, Flats, is the moon inside the dome embedded in its surface or beyond?
Apparently
the
that's what
dome?
the Bible says. It's in the firmament, so...
Yeah, biblically it says it's
Yeah.
in. So that'd be within.
But the point is, it's not us making claims about
No.
where the moon is and things. Let's look at his reflection here. What's that? Is that the sun? Or does that look like light bar and a light source in a studio?
Yeah, it does look like a light source, doesn't it?
That looks like a light source to me. Definitely not real as they put it.
Yeah, but when we go to what'd you call this camera? What's this camera?
The Hasselblad.
Yeah, when you're off arguing about the Hasselblad camera in a second law of nature violating area,
Yeah.
like you've already kind of forfeited more than you should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
You can't go to this place. This place cannot exist. I don't care if they have photos or alleged photos. If they could go to and from that place, so with the gas that we're breathing, we'd all die.
Exactly. That's it.
So that's all you need, really, to know that this is. You know what I mean? I mean, we all know this, but
spots and fall-off areas when it should be as bright as a desert on Earth. And if the sun were the only light source, then all shadows would run parallel to each other. But in these photos, shadows either run perpendicular to each other.
Yeah, and what are the Globe's excuse always for this? No, you don't understand. So what? Okay. Okay.
Right.
You can show a plethora of images where it shows the light source differs. They got multiple light sources, but they'll just tell you that's not the case. You just don't understand perspective. It's like perspective's got nothing to do with it. You got different light sources.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he even took this yellow line like this. Why is it? He can even take it from this. There's multiple light sources. You know, like you get the bars at the on top of the stages, and it's little. It's studio lights. Those little round ones. The separate ones. That's what's going on here. Look at this. Look at the angle. Even from this is different to there. The angle from that is different. There's different angles all over.
Completely different.
The light on the moon is straight at the core. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Eric, hello. Good to see you guys. Please hit the like, share the show. Let's get the show out to a wide audience. Please, please, please. You guys rock. I appreciate all the support.
Multiple light sources, or in others, the shadows are divergent, proving a single local.
That's also a good point. Who said it? Anson. Shadows probably wouldn't look the same without atmosphere. I agree. There wouldn't be as much light scattering as they put it. So you would have really sharp shadow edges. And yet there is light scattering at the edges of the shadows. That alone shows. Yeah, sorry guys, what's going on here?
That makes sense.
Light source. Shadows created by sunlight have a sharp edge.
There we go.
Shadows created by artificial light have fuzzy edges.
There we go. Light scattering. That's the diffraction because the light is wrapping around the subject because it's close. Triple X. Wow. Thanks, Flatzoid. I will listen to more Brokeback chat. What? Okay. That's what it means?
Even the camera expert from Hasselblad agrees that these photos were shot using artificial light sources.
Yes, it seems like he's standing in the spotlight.
Exactly, there we go.
And I can't explain that. That escapes me. Why?
Why? I know why. Because they were in a studio. They were not in the moon. They were not on the moon because it would be violating the second law of thermodynamics. You cannot violate a natural law. So they have to fake it. That is why. So in studio.
Yeah, I wish he would have said that too.
The photographs.
Sorry?
He wanted to say it.
Yeah. But don't worry, guys.
It's not that he couldn't say it or he couldn't explain it, is that he wouldn't explain it.
But don't worry, guys. All they do is they just go to Dave McKeegan and say, oh, you see, I look at photos from NASA, so I say it's real, therefore it's real. That's crazy.
Wow. Because of him, huh? Wow.
Reggie says you don't like truth flats.
Wow. Coming from a person that took truth off of the intro in the videos since they became a Glober.
Crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Scott, thank you for coming. Hey, RH, good to see you. Maybe she's just projecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still it just escapes me. Just why? I just don't get it. I don't. She didn't wake up from anything.
But I told her straight. Since she's become a baller, she's literally getting dumber. Getting
She's
dumber
changed.
by the day.
Attitude's changed. You know what I mean?
She's become trollish. Literally, I mean, sends me a thing of bullet points about the sun thing I was showing, and then I said, yeah, but this is not about exposure, and says she didn't say anything about exposure when her first point was literally about exposure. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Really.
all appear to have been taken on a professionally lit soundstage.
I didn't take the truth shall set you free out of my intro, Rachel. It's just very telling. Everybody's noticed that, by the way.
Which could have easily been part of their billion-dollar simulation project. And when you compare scenes from the Apollo moon landing
2001
footage
Odyssey. See, there they go.
with scenes from Stanley Kubrick's 2001
Very
A
similar.
Space Odyssey, there is strong evidence that the exact same technology was used.
Yeah, because Stanley Kubrick and Walt Disney worked together to fake the moon landings, obviously. So they're going to have the same, as I can like to call it, artist signatures. So I'm definitely going to go through a 2001 Odyssey. I'm going to take some clips out of there, and I'm going to show some scenes from the Apollo missions, and you know, put them side by side and show you the similarities, and then point out to you the like I call it, the artist signatures. Hey Carl Apple, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming.
In the late 60s, a state-of-the-art front projection system developed by Scotchlight allowed Kubrick to simulate expansive backgrounds by projecting them onto a large screen made with small glass beads. The giveaway for this cinematic trickery is that the foreground must always hide the bottom of the Scotchlight projection screen in the background. In order to do this, the bottom of each set needs to have a complete horizon line between the set and the foreground.
And you always see that tapered edge there, always. Because it's a set. I mean, what was that other guy that says his dad supplied all the cement and stuff to this warehouses so they could fake the sand? Because they needed, like, you know, very fine sand, and it was all based on cement. Really weird.
And the screen in the background. And we can see this signature in all the Apollo images. We can also see light refraction off the glass beads in the Scotchlight screen. The lunar module...
T2L2, good to see you, man. I 100% concur, mate. Welcome, good to see you. See, look at this, guys. You saying this thing can go into a vacuum. Just look at it.
Would you look at it?
Just look at it. I don't know how else to put it. Just open your eyes and look at it. What?
It really is bad.
That's insane.
They haven't made it look decent. It really just looked like it's stuck together.
It looks like they decided to get some kids together and do a little class project. That's what it looks like.
If you was to go to space and the moon and land on the moon, what do you think the spaceship would look like? And then they give them all the materials and let them go at it, and that's what happened. And from a bunch of kids.
Because even the way this is structured, it looks like they structured it with cardboard panels. I mean, you tell me this is the best design they had. It doesn't even look balanced out. It looks very off balanced.
It'd be a cool t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Hey Vicky, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Hi babe.
Appears to be cheaply constructed with tinfoil and Scotch tape. And the 10,000-pound thrust rocket on this flimsy craft didn't even leave a mark in the ground beneath it. There is no moisture or discernible atmosphere on the moon, and yet we can see mud.
Let's just quickly go back. Look at that. That looks eerie familiar, like dry cement. Weird. I don't know if anybody's worked around construction areas before. And when there's a lot of cement everywhere and it builds up with static and everything, you get this. It looks exactly like cement, guys. The color and everything. It's like fine particulates floating all over, and then it lands and it creates this.
And yet we can see mud and dust being flung.
Oh yeah, the elites are laughing at the ballers constantly because they're wondering how dumb do you have to be to actually fall for this.
Into the air. In an original recording between Houston and astronauts on the moon, a reply is heard instantly, which would not be possible from that distance.
That's interesting.
Roger, Jim, copy. And are you progressing towards Dune Crater now?
Yep.
Where's the 2.5 second delay? Huh.
So,
Wow.
I mean, even nowadays on a mobile phone, you've probably got like a couple of second delay before the person you're talking to hears it.
Mm-hmm.
From that, and that's nowadays.
Wow, it's crazy.
The same recording was then edited for a public broadcast, and 4 seconds were added.
Roger, Jim, copy. And are you progressing towards Dune Crater now?
And you can hear they're looping this. You can hear they're looping this static. Listen here. Listen how they loop the static. They loop the static.
Yeah, there's a pattern to it.
They loop the static. What the? Hey, Tony Whitcomb, good to see you. So they didn't even do a good job just trying to extend it. So they just looped it. Wow. Hey, Dad Studio, good to see you too, man. Hit the like, share the show, guys. Please, please, please. Really appreciate it.
And when they supposedly left,
Oh, this was bad. This was like really bad.
there was no visible flame on the lunar module, even though...
That's stock motion footage, by the way. If you look carefully, you can see. Look, just watch how jittery it is, like stock motion. Look.
Visible flame
Look at that.
on the lunar module, even though hypergolic fuel...
Stop motion. There we go.
Was that 10,000 pounds of thrust?
Apparently, yeah. Let's look at that again.
Gosh.
Yes.
And when they...
Now look at this. Okay. Why, if there's no atmosphere, this is supposed to be the thrust. That's why it's got this explosion outwards. But there's nothing happening on the lunar surface. There's like no dust. There's no crater. There's nothing happening other than this stop motion type of capsule going up. Hey, good to see you, Chuck. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Alright.
Really fake stuff happening here.
supposedly
Look at that.
left, there was no visible flame on the lunar module, even though hypergolic fuel
It's
visibly
flammable.
burns in a vacuum.
Uh-oh. How does that work? 4 second delay in the CNN. Oh, well done.
And we never hear the 140 decibel rocket engine which the astronauts are sitting on top of.
And also, do you think that would actually fit on the Ellen like they showed? Look at this. Where's this on the Ellen?
Wow.
Can anybody show this where it's structured onto the Ellen?
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
Engine which the astronauts are sitting on top of.
30 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. 4 forward. 4 forward.
I think that's a helium balloon. Could be, David.
Barely believable says, look at the dust being blown up at the bottom of the screen. Wow. What dust? I really didn't see any dust.
Picking up some dust. 4 forward. 4 forward. Drift into the right a little. Head.
No. Remember, the argument we're having here is when it's taking off again. Hello, someone's there. How's it going, Jeff? What's up?
I was just going to say that who was controlling the camera when it was taken off?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm sorry, can anybody tell me, did they have the technology to have panning cameras in those days, automatic panning cameras? No. So, who panned the camera up, as you said?
Yeah, exactly. Who took that footage?
And why are they still not connected to that camera? Why did they never have footage from that camera again?
Yeah.
That's really weird. Because if they were able to be connected to this camera once it left, because they left it there, wouldn't they then, wouldn't they be able to do some video footage to see if aliens are going to come and steal the tin foil from what's left behind or something? None of that. But yeah, panning up, it's weird. Eric says it was remotely controlled. How? How is it remotely controlled?
So they go I'm from Houston. Wow.
Let's see.
During takeoff, when it would have been burning at its loudest, an astronaut plays a musical recording.
And I want to know, why is it in so slow motion when it takes off with so much thrust in apparently 1/6 of gravity?
Exactly. There's no dust there. That was just blur. That was no dust.
Have you guys ever tried to take a video of, let's say, a jet that flies close to you, fast, let's say Mach 1 or Mach 2?
Well,
it's very difficult, correct? Yeah, really odd.
Or NHRA top fuel dragster.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, it goes past you so fast, you're hardly able to keep still. Why is there also no shaking? Nothing. I mean, look how slow this is. You can literally see the stop motion. You're gonna see it. It's a jitters as it goes up. Watch this.
Been burning at its loudest. An astronaut plays a musical recording, accentuating how quiet it is inside the craft.
99 Pro.
Okay. Ooh, so now you can't hear it. Okay.
Lift off. Automatic.
Wow, that's so real there. It looks like they took one of those circus tents?
Oh yeah.
And used the shadow from a circus tent and just peeled it over.
Yeah.
Hi, Angle of Elevation. Thank you for coming, man. Flats, cut them some slack. Models are hard to film in the dark. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, Disney.
An official moon rock given to Holland by Neil Armstrong.
This was funny. Petrified wood. By the way, I went to go look at the date of that video removed that was shown by Mr. Beast on my on the debate. He was telling me it was in 2022 or something. They opened in 2021 or whatever, or 20, where they opened that moon sample. His video was I think it's now 15 days ago.
Richie, 5 Oaks is going nowhere.
Hey, light before the tunnel. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. It's really crazy. So yeah, how do they not able to open the moon samples 15 days ago, but they opened it in 2021 or something? That's really crazy.
Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin was tested and found to be petrified wood from Earth. The lunar module designs have been thrown away.
Yeah, I wonder why. I want to point out something. This photo here debunks Dave McKeegan. Remember when he showed the Ellen video and he shows the schematics and said, look at the interior of it. It's full aluminium. Do you notice something? What's missing here? Why is it so thin here? You can literally only have space for one person to crawl through here, and they won't be able to really crawl through with a spacesuit. Now, if you go look at his video when he shows the LM without all this tinfoil on and stuff, it's as thick as this whole thing, and the shapes do not match. Why is that? Contradicts each other. Nothing of this makes sense. Nothing fits together. It all contradicts each other non-stop. Hey Thomas Larson, what is the excuse for petrified wood? They say it wasn't the astronauts that gave it. It was some prankster or something that gave it. But let's just quickly go look at something. What does this say?
Holland by Neil.
With compliments of the Ambassador of the United States of America, J. William Miller, to commemorate the visit of the Netherlands Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, Edwin Aldrin, RIA International Exhibition and Congress Center, Amsterdam, October 9th, 1969. That is quite a, how can I put it, genuine plaque. Okay, this is not a joke, and yet it was found, no, when they tested the sample, it was just petrified wood. Don't you think they would know the difference between a space rock and petrified wood?
Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
Also, I want to know, why is it so red? Did the space rock look so red?
Yeah. It almost looked like flint, didn't it?
Almost like a giveaway, like there's some oxidizing there, which is not supposed to be there.
Was tested and found to be petrified wood from Earth. The lunar module designs have been thrown away.
Why?
Videotapes are missing. And all of the telemetry data, which could be used as evidence of the moon mission, is also somehow missing.
We've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up, and we don't know what path it may have taken.
Yeah, because it didn't exist. You would think the most greatest achievement in human history would keep its telemetry data. I mean, I'm sure if you go to this guy's house, he's probably got the recording of his children's first steps. Did he all of a sudden lose that as well?
No.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. Everybody documents everything, especially such important historical events. I mean, what's the other excuse they had? Someone could have taped over it. It's like, what? Such important information, you let someone tape over it. It's like taking the Star Wars saga VHS and saying, oh, let's tape Teletubbies over it. It's stupid.
Teletubbies. The little demon. Oh, demon.
Make God great again. Hey, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
So, unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up.
Greg Reese reporting.
There we go. That was a good video.
Yeah, man. That was good.
It actually kept us busy for an hour. I can't believe it.
I think it was creepy.
That was still that fast video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Say again. What did you say, Matthew?
I said I think it was creepy. I'm a little freaked out.
I thought you said I can hear squeaking. I was going to say that's the pipes. my next door neighbour's pipes, and it's awful. I'll turn them off and do my nothing. If that noise you tell me, and I'll put the mic on mute.
No. We could have used your neighbor's squeaky pipes for entropy. It'd have been.
True. But this is water pressure. And Vicky says she can hear it, and she just WhatsApp me. I can hear it.
It's crazy. What you say? Apollo 11, NASA. Okay. This is that other one that we just saw where we say if you zoom into there you can see the light. That's studio lighting, guys. It's crazy. Neil Armstrong. Ooh. I mean, look at this. Does that look anything like what we just saw? Not a chance.
No way.
Hey, Sleeping Warrior, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of photos which showing that they're practicing. Let's look at the images. Go to gallery. I mean, this is them in front of the model moon. Why would they need to be in front of the model moon if didn't have to be fake? Is this the LM? The other lunar module. Look at this. You're telling me people actually sat inside there? Come on.
That's crazy to think that. Wow.
There we go. The crew checks inside the command module. Look at the little small space that is in the command module of all things. Nope, no studios at all, guys, while they show us photos in a studio. No, they never use studios, guys. This is just for simulation. So telling me why they're able to do this in simulation and studios, the training, but you see there, they're training them to use a Hasselblad. Now, let's look at the photos quickly. You see the shadows? I'm going to download this quickly. Done. Look at the shadows. Is it crisp? No. Why is it not crisp? Oh, because it's studio lighting. Exactly what was said. Also, I want to tell you something. Look at... He's busy training to use the camera, okay? How is he going to focus anything like that? What's he going to focus? How's he going to focus anything like that? He won't be able to. I mean, they can hardly bend to pick up the soil sample. It's insane. It's ridiculous. No curvature of the moon, mate. Let's look at this. Now, let's look at the shadows again. I'm going to download you as well. Oh, is that the wrong one? Download it. Come on. Okay. Are those lines sharp? Or are they diffracted as well? Huh. So studio work. Look, it's all diffracted shadows.
Yep.
That's really odd. Sort of like a studio shot. Another one. Oh no! Also, what's going on, people?
Yeah. Spud said, Flatzoid, if you have to be a fit fighter pilot to fly, why do they send out of shape middle-aged men to space station? You know? Especially when they've got to what? Go 17,500 miles an hour to get out of the atmosphere, is it? Or is it a bit more than that?
I mean, look at this. What the hell is up with these images? Boom. Someone dropped.
Yeah, PJ, you would think you would have to be a fit man to break that hard, fast barrier.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, how did Hillary Clinton always say? We will break that glass ceiling.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Is there any videos anybody wants to show? Any videos or anything?
Somebody in the chat got an edge, just stick them in. If you've got a spanner, stick them in with a link or something.
Yeah. Apollo is fake. Gravity is definitely not real. Ooh, NASA releases restored Apollo video. Moonwalk video. Guys wanna watch that?
Yeah, let's do that.
If you can. Where are we gonna watch it there? Found it, okay. Let's go there. Ah, 404 not found. Ah, that's weird. Why is it restored and for people to see and then it's not found? Is NASA watching us?
It said the cosmic video you're trying to watch beyond the event horizon.
It's crazy. Let's see, 50 years.
Do mine the robot. Where's Wally One Chip on his video? The debunk of your lame video of your lame.
I don't watch Execrate, and what contradictions. The guy doesn't understand the difference between north, east, south, and west. He thinks it's a contradiction because I say 4 quarters of a circle. The guy's a numpty. The guy doesn't understand because he's the same idiot that thinks the earth is accelerating while it's not accelerating. Frankly, I don't give a damn about Execrate. He is an Execrate. He's a piece of excrement.
Excrement.
So yeah.
I'll link that video in there. Video link in there. I don't know what it is like that.
Doesn't really matter though. Ooh wee. I guess nobody wants to actually watch anything space related.
Alan's put one in. Alan.
Oh, there we go. First man into space hits the firmament. Oh yeah, this was on Alan's video, guys. Do you subscribe to him? His link is in there. Watch this, guys. And this is still more realistic.
Yeah.
Let's copy. I'll have to open it here. 260 miles in space. Oh, okay, something for copyright. Yeah, never know. But anyway, we're gonna just zoom it up in there. We go, start there. Y13, what's going on?
Into the firmament. At 250 miles up.
250 miles up, goes into the firmament, guys, and burns up and explodes.
And this is when?
Boom.
An Elon Musk happens, basically.
Exactly. I mean, you guys saw that with Elon Musk's Starship, how it hits the firmament. Exactly. Oh, there's one from Space Mine as well. Oh, this is Alan Ostrand's page. Yeah, guys, please do subscribe to him. Dude, you're almost at 2K. I mean, 1,100.
Yeah,
that's
you
awesome.
got that. Get it, man, now.
You're gonna get there quickly, man. I mean, the other day was just hit 1,000, so it's good to see your channel growing, mate. Let's see. Anybody else? Sorry?
Jamie Sea Level. He's got some great editing skills.
You want to piss all one off more? Yeah, Jamie Sea Level's got awesome editing skills. I mean, even QNV did a funny one on me recently. You see, the only difference is I can take a joke, Owen can't.
Who was it, Flat?
QNV.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, you made another one again. It's this one. No, that's a different one. He's made so much videos. Where's that other one he made of me? Was it a short? No, it was this one. It had to be this one.
They know there's a firmament.
No, it's not this one. Okay. Just load. But it's not the video I was thinking of. Oh, also, he did actually a very funny one. We also edited a few things I said together and stitched them together to make me say something.
Okay.
So, yeah. Obviously, he thinks it's going to do something, but I just took it as a joke. SR Java, it's good to see you. You are mopped made a video about you, really? Okay. You are mopped. Yeah, we still have to actually get your mopped on sometime.
He's in there. I don't think I've seen him in the chat tonight. I can't just go straight to his channel.
Yeah. Because remember he spoke with McToon and I said I want to have a conversation with your mop sometime. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
There we go. 2 days ago. Flat Earther doesn't understand evolution. There is no such thing as natural selection, you are mopped. There's no such thing as evolution. There's no evidence ever for evolution. Yeah. There never will be because it doesn't. Hi, Sean Hawkins, we can see your point, mate. Are you gonna? You're just checking in, yeah.
Oh, wow, you didn't have the guts just to put a sentence in there, just a little full stop.
Sure.
My period point, isn't it, in the US? Period point. We say full stop in the UK.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Okay, let's see what he's gonna actually say.
With something a little bit different today, I do have another interview coming out next week. It is with Isaac Arthur, this guy right here. But today, we're going to respond to Flatzoid and some of the things he said in this recent live stream. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that.
Oh, wait, it's still. I'm not thinking, what the hell's going on? Why is it so. There we go.
That subscribe button. As I said, I'm a new channel and really do appreciate every new subscriber.
Yeah, guys, do subscribe to him. I agree. I do give him some love. There we go. There's his channel, You're Mopped. If you guys want to subscribe, your choice. There we go.
Subscriber. Alternatively, if you think I should stick to interviews or just.
You're not watching his video.
Sorry?
Werewolf is whinging that you're not watching his video.
Oh, shame. Shame. I don't give a damn about Where's Wally. Yeah, they debunked me by showing he looked at the wrong way. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to copy this again over that way to the. You see, the thing is, these guys get so buttered when I ignore them. But then there is no such thing as natural. It's crazy. It's like they don't care about me, you know. Flat Earth is stupid, yet they're always getting buttered if I don't answer them and ignore them.
Yeah, he's going on about debunk videos. Well, if you looked at the title of the show in the first place, it's
about space, yeah. But I'm finding this interesting about your mob, the response to me about evolution. So I'm interested to see how he's going to prove evolution and natural selection to us.
Everybody, I am back.
Sorry?
Bless their special hearts.
Exactly. Okay.
With something a little bit different today. I do have another interview coming out next week. It is with Isaac Arthur, this guy right here. Okay. But today, we're going to respond to Flatzoid and some of the things he said in his recent live stream. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. As I said, I'm a new channel and really do appreciate every new subscriber. Alternatively, if you think I should say...
Okay, again, Raichi, I said this again. He had more than one video from the same location. Okay? Same location.
Victor, you really have changed your attitude.
Multiple. Yeah, multiple videos.
Sick interviews or just quit YouTube altogether because I suck? Let me know in the comments below. If you don't know, Flatzoid recently reacted to my conversation with Creaky Blinder.
The dishonesty of Flat Earth featuring Creaky Blinder. Gonna be interesting.
Since then, I've popped into a few of his live streams to say hello and chat. In addition to being a flat earther, Flatzoid is also a evolution denier.
Evolution denier. Sorry. Sorry.
Big deal.
How do you deny evolution if it doesn't exist?
Wow.
First, I have to provide proof for evolution before I can deny it. That's how it works. Wow. Can anybody yet tell me, has anybody ever observed evolution?
No. Can't even define it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. They don't even have the building blocks for evolution, yet they want to have evolution. Where's the proto-cell for evolution, mate? Oh wait, it doesn't exist.
Part of that, he also, of course, doesn't believe natural selection is a thing.
There is no such thing as natural selection, you are mopped. Natural selection's not a thing.
In his mind, everything is just adaptation.
Yeah, mutation is not evolution. Again, it's adaptation. Mutation is adaptation. Yeah, and that's true words. We can prove this with everyday observation. We can show different species having adaptations due to their environment.
Okay, Flats, I got a question of how you're defining natural selection. Because I'm under the impression that it's just whatever, you have a group of whatever, right? And of those, of that group, the weak die and the strong survive.
Yeah, almost like speciation. So what happens is the weak, the weak die and the stronger on, and therefore, because the new ones have evolved due to being stronger and they have adapted, so therefore they have adaptive selection. Exactly. That's what they say. So in other words, like when the cow became a dolphin, a whale, for instance. The dolphin carried on living when the cow died because it adapted. It it selected. Natural selection happened.
We don't observe the cows and the dolphins, the cows becoming dolphins or vice versa.
Never.
No. Right.
But of the traits that are there in any particular herd, right?
Look at it this way. You can see different of the same species. I mean, let's even look at tigers, for instance. You get white tigers, you get the orange tigers. I mean, or even lions. You get different type of lions. They still the same lions. They just have different adaptations based on their environment. You understand? They survive. So there's no selective outbreeding between them. They're still the same thing. They're just adapting to the environment. Because that's natural. Just like humans adapt to your environment, animals adapt to the environment. Now they're taking these adaptations and trying to create a whole line of lineage. And it's like, see how they evolved? They're having natural selection due to this evolving because they've adapted to the environment.
But that's because it is a young Earth. If you think that 67,000 years is young, it's not that young really. It's got a long time out of it.
Well, let's put it this way: when was carbon dating postulated to ever be used? To exist, to be used as a reference for dating anything on Earth? The 1960s. Okay. Late 1950s, early 60s.
Yeah.
How many years now have they been pushing Earth and everything to be over millions and billions of years?
Couple hundred, but there
hundreds of years. Yeah. So they created carbon dating to suit their narrative of billions of years. And now when you find things like carbon-14 in diamond and coal, which is not supposed to be there, they just say, oh no, that's just an anomaly. That's it. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to have it at all. I mean, how do you, like coal, they say, okay, no, you can, you can have some problems because it can get contaminated. But diamonds, can you contaminate diamonds, people? No. And yet there's carbon-14 in diamonds. So therefore you can't use carbon dating to make predictions on how old anything is. That's why it always has different time schedules, because it's a made-up pseudo-scientific belief system for their very old billions of years Earth.
It's like when they sell it to us, though, Flats, my wife had some bath salts, right? It was from the Mediterranean. It said it was millions of years old, but it expired in 2023.
Yeah, exactly. How does it work? It's like they're just ignoring entropy. Okay, let's carry on. You're mocked.
I really don't want any of this to come off as condescending. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I don't blame anyone if they're unfamiliar with evolution or natural selection or any of these things. It doesn't make them dumb or ignorant. It just means they haven't studied it.
Okay. Sort of like ad homing without trying to ad hom me directly, though. Which already shows... yeah, well, let's go on. Let's see what he's going to say.
Flatzoid clearly has no idea what...
Sorry?
Zealot. He's a religious zealot, and he's propagating and proclaiming his faith here.
Practically. I mean, if you're starting off with, I just don't understand. Okay. How do we not... Show me how I don't understand. This would be interesting.
What natural selection is?
Natural selection is based on hijacking mutations and adaptation. That's what natural selection is. It's evolution's hijacking, you could say, of... I don't see anything wrong with that. Does anybody see anything wrong with that? Because that is exactly what it is.
Exactly.
It's a hijacking of adaptations. What the hell? What really happens, that's what it is.
What?
Evolution is the fact that it changes over time happens.
Yeah.
Show us these facts. Bring us the evidence for these facts, please.
Exactly, truth seeker. Wow.
So, no.
What is natural selection, guys? Define it for us on an evolutionary standpoint, please.
The easiest way to understand natural selection is by thinking of it as survival of the fittest. Basically, the weakest of each species is less likely to make it to adulthood, and therefore less likely to reproduce. Another major misconception...
Yeah, so adaptation. Just like I said, the strongest will survive, remember? So because the strongest adapted, they survived. The ones that didn't adapt died off. So therefore, natural selection. So, did I say anything wrong, guys? No. So he wants to hear what he wants to hear, in other words.
Conception is that evolution happens during one's lifetime, as if a person themselves
No one ever said that. It doesn't happen in your lifetime. That's why you need millions of years and billions of years, because you need it to happen over generations. It's a constant change, and that's why you don't have this, because it's not observed.
evolve.
I mean, I can go and live in the water. I'm not going to grow gills. It doesn't matter how long I'm going to stay in the water. I'll never ever grow a gill. I'm going to adapt to the environment because I'm going to live in the water, but I'm not going to evolve. There's not going to be any evolution happening. I'm just adapting to my environment.
This is actually correct.
What?
You will not grow gills and you will not evolve. Humans and organisms don't evolve. Populations evolve over time. Also, Flatzoid seems to think that Eskimos should have evolved some kind of fur, and since they haven't, evolution's not a thing.
You're mobbed. Yeah, that is what it would be. Because that's what your natural selection's based upon. Because you'd be adapting to the environment that you would evolve to live easier. Just like a cow evolved into a dolphin. So why don't the humans in Alaska evolve to have fur?
Oh, yeah.
You understand? Why did the apes in Alaska not keep their fur? Why did they lose their fur? Anyone ever asked that question?
It's just, like I say, it's not even a good idea. The concept's a bad idea.
It's strange to me how he thinks he has like a higher moral position.
Yeah.
Because the culmination of the natural, whatever, evolution, right, is like what Hitler did in the 30s and 40s. Mm-hmm. There was a superior race, right? It culminates in racism. It really does. Because if we all evolved different pond scum, then someone would be superior.
Yep. Let's look at, for instance, the Eskimos. They've been living for centuries in the snow. Why have they not grown fur yet? Why don't we have Yeti-like Eskimos yet, guys?
The thing is, the exact opposite is what you would expect. Our ancestors were covered in hair, but we all lost that hair because
That's my whole point. Why did they lose their hair? Because based on natural selection, they would keep the hair because it's adapting to the environment. Get it? So they wouldn't lose their hair.
It's funny.
Yeah.
The propaganda, right? The Japanese and the Italians and the Germans back at that, they each of them, those allies, they thought they were superior to the next. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons why the Japanese thought they were superior is because they had less hair than the Germans.
That's crazy. Wow. But you understand? So, in other words, he's practically just debunked his evolution argument here. Just like I say, they would keep their hair then because they would keeping to the environment because of natural selection. It would make them a stronger breed. Because what's their argument for evolution? They're adapting to become better. So, why did they lose their hair then?
is no longer needed. As soon as we started creating fire, living in caves, living indoors or in igloos, wearing animal skins for warmth, fur was no longer required to ensure their survival.
Why would you need that if you got fur? Ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Why would you need that if you have the fur to keep you warm? It's like telling a polar bear, sorry, let's make a fire for you and give you some fur coats so you can grow out of your own fur. That's how idiotic this is. Oh, wow.
Something else I want to address is this common misconception. If we evolved from monkeys, how come there are still monkeys? Why didn't they evolve? Nobody says we evolved from monkeys. In actuality, we have a common ancestor with
the apes, the chimps. Yeah, that's what you guys claim.
Yeah,
so
that's the way out of it. You know,
we are. Yeah, the thing is, we are on the link of those apes. So exactly. It's not a misconception. It's literally based on speciation. What the hell? We are supposed to be a offspring species.
Monkeys, as well as chimps, gorillas, and all other kind of primates. In conclusion, I believe Flatzoid is one of the honest flat earthers, so I'm curious to see if he's willing to acknowledge that natural selection, as I described it, makes sense and is a thing. Survival is a company.
No. You literally just made my point. So I appreciate your statement that I'm honest. So thank you. I agree with that.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Fair play to him. Did he say that you think you're honest? That's good.
But yeah, it's very simple. If they already had the fur, they wouldn't need to lose it. If they were already warm because the fur, they wouldn't need to go and get coats to put on them, and by putting coats on them won't change the fact that they would need fur. I mean, it's like telling an Eskimo today, you know, maybe if you just don't wear any fur for long enough, maybe your ancestors will start growing enough fur again. That's practically what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like
So
just don't wear your fur, don't use fires, and you'll grow your hair back.
Yeah.
This is like when I come to the joke, like, after how many cows drowning in the sea did it eventually become a dolphin?
Exactly.
So let's put it this way. After how many Eskimos dying of cold will finally grow fur again? It's a nonsensical argument.
Or the reproductive system even. How do you find a complementary mate through all of this maze of, I don't know, changing?
Exactly. But yeah, I appreciated your mopped. I would still like to have the conversation with you sometime. But no, evolution is definitely not a thing, mate. People want it to be a thing, but it's not a real thing.
Why aren't the Jews have that ancient practice of circumcision? How come they're not already born circumcised yet?
Exactly, Ryan. I mean, William, that's a brilliant point. If they're getting circumcised every year, every generation's getting circumcised for the last 2,000 years, why are they just not born without the foreskin? That's exactly the same argument. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, evolution definitely doesn't exist, guys, and don't know how to break it to you, but you guys have been fooled. Gullible into believing you come from some protocell that doesn't exist.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys know what a protocell is?
Yeah, Flats doesn't know how the evolution works, barely believable, because it doesn't work.
It don't work, mate.
It's nonsensical. It defies all logic. Show us evidence for evolution. That's all you need to do. There aren't. It's impossible. Exactly, Sleeping Warrior. You can't... I mean, it's so simple. Just noting based on our DNA, the information is already there. It's there already. Evolution requires data, new data, to spawn out of nowhere. And that's not how it works.
The symbiotic relationships, that's what blows me away, man. That you could have these kinds that they complement completely other kinds, or how I go fishing, right, and pull a fish from the sea and be able to eat it and digest it. Good.
Exactly. It's crazy. Thomas Larson, natural selection is a thing. We made thousands of dog breeds and they never turned into another species. They hijacked natural selection and called it evolution. But that's what I'm trying to say. We can do changes in the species, okay? But still the same. A dog's still a dog. They just trying to hijack everything based on adaptation and everything and call it evolution. That's the whole issue. Just like the globers take Earth perspective and hijack it to call it Earth curve. Everything they take in reality, they hijack to based on their belief system.
Yeah. Friday says, I just don't know the mindset of people who think evolution makes less sense than everything teleporting in existence at some point. Come on. Can't you even see the flaws in evolution? It's ridiculous. It's basically you are saying we popped out and popped into existence from nothingness. We don't say that. You say that.
Flatzoid, PJ, what about the systems within the systems, like in human anatomy, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Several systems. You have your skeletal system, your muscular system, your vascular system, pulmonary systems, and all of these systems have to be in place.
Yeah.
In order to survive.
Yeah, and if they're not perfectly set how they are now, we wouldn't exist. Everything is in such perfect balance for a reason. I mean, this is why I'm laughing at the woke generation when they come and talk about where they say, oh, I can be a male or female, and then you say, okay, but what about your chromosomes? How do you change your chromosomes? Can you? No. It's crazy.
I mean, evolution just come out of somebody's head. You can't prove it. You can't observe it. You can't do nothing with it. And you think that's mad. That what we believe compared to what you believe. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, Quinlan. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. But yeah, it's really insane. Where's Wally? Just like flat to see Earth curve and pretend it's perspective. No, it's literally perspective. We can demonstrate this every single day, non-stop. You guys, on the other hand, just have to say, nah, it has to be physical.
You were on the Earth when God put all the animals on it. You would literally see them teleporting in existence.
Anyway, I think that was a good show, though.
Yeah.
What did we end up on? 63%
Wow.
yes. Fakey Spacey is funny. 63% after 54 votes.
Yeah, that was good. That was fun. That was a fun show.
I love it, man. We come together. We wonder together with like-minded people. It's great. It's a good show.
Exactly what Matthew said.
I mean, also, if you think about the human race that thought about they evolved, they superior to, like, let's take the Nazis for instance. They thought they were a superior race. What happened to them, guys?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in what do we carry on evolving? Are we going to become, like I keep saying, vampire? If it's survival of the fittest, will we be vampires next?
But you see, that evolution is just the building blocks for them to start doing transhumanism.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's trying to get them comfortable with transhumanism. So you're going to trans-evolve yourself with bionics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're making them comfortable in this thought process of, well, I'm going to evolve anyway, so this is just the next step of evolution on our process.
Right.
It's bad juju, man.
It's bad juju, exactly. Instead of just accepting God created us the way we are, and that's it. No, we have to have come from some amoeba somewhere, and we're definitely going to evolve further. Yeah,
we've got an explanation of where we came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's there. We've got the explanation, but they want to believe musings of some funny people. They can't be observed, can't be tested, and never will be.
Look, PJ,
They're not true.
There's a spiritual problem in this world, and people love darkness rather than the light.
They do.
And I guess they want to convince themselves that they have a reasonable doubt, but it's not going to help them on Judgment Day.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Hey, Joji, good to see you, man. But yeah, exactly, Anthony. There's no examples in history where people have started changing anyway. It just doesn't happen.
Truth Seeker, having a name like Truth Seeker and stating evolution is a fact, though, doesn't make evolution a fact.
Well, I've got an idea. Truth Seeker, would you like to come and present your evolution evidence sometime? We'll be more than happy to listen to the evolution evidence you have.
That would be brilliant.
Just make sure you have more than Mark Reed, though.
He presented himself as the missing link.
Crazy. Oh, Johnny. Jellyvution is a fact, guys.
Yup. Okay.
I mean, it's like saying the same thing. Let's say a Chinaman had moved over to South America at a stage, and they had families there for centuries. They still stay Chinese, don't they? Or that they all of a sudden evolve into South Americans.
Well, hold on. You think that he won, as he knows he threw Khan under the bus and showed that Race Bank was right behind the substation?
I didn't throw him behind the bus. You just looked in the wrong way, Wally.
How many times do you have to keep saying this? Doesn't matter how many times.
Yes, Sean, I took Rachel's wrench away because she doesn't stop trolling. And frankly, I don't trust her trolling attitude at this moment.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, sorry about that, but that's just how it is. If you don't like it, you don't need to be here, Sean.
Really, keep this off. There's no point in banning them.
We have some white knighting going on in here.
I know they don't like they gotta hold each other's hands when they troll on the channel, you know what I mean?
She kept her wrench for months after becoming a global, so you can't say it's because of that. It's ridiculous. It's because of how she's become.
Look at it this way. She's taken advantage of having the wrench now. You understand? Now she's not going to be able to hold that advantage. Yeah,
She's
exactly.
evolving.
She's evolving. Yeah, Rach, you've just proven evolution dumbs people down. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So anyway, guys, I think that's the show. At least I'm closing work tomorrow, so it's gonna be great. And then,
I was going to say. I spoke to Mike earlier. Next Tuesday, I think he is going to have a show. It was the last show a couple of weeks ago, but he's going to have another one because he's at home.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like basically no topic. Just,
yeah, he's by his mother now, so.
So he's got to have a show where just come in and talk crap, basically. Yeah.
Exactly.
Next Tuesday. Yeah. Cool.
But I'm
much love, Ryan, PJ, Flats, and everyone everyone. God bless and peace be with you all.
All right. Absolutely. And thanks everybody for coming. Please don't forget to hit the likes if you haven't already and share the show. You guys rock. And I appreciate everybody's support on the channel because the channel has been growing quite good for this year. I really, really appreciate all your support. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for another epic stream. And may the pressure be with you. Many blessings. Cheers.
The first day. The first day.